The most random thing is we listened to The Weeknd this weekend.
So weak.
All right, play the music.
Old guys talking about your new music.
Well, this week we listened to Die For You by The Weeknd. One thing I'll say about The Weeknd, Mr. Weeknd, is that he really puts a lot of emotion into his notes.
Baby, I will die for you.
I mean, he goes for it. He really does go for it.
Right. I know we're going through it. Whatever the hell he says. Oh, man.
Who was the chick that he was dating that was a big deal because he did like a show later that she was on? It was a model.
Yeah, some supermodel. I don't know. I mean, I read that he dated a supermodel, but I don't know any supermodels. So, I mean, I was just like, that's a fact that I don't really care about, right?
Well, I mean, music and art and fashion are pretty much always together, right? Isn't that like the appeal to all of it? Like you get in one door and then you're in for everybody that's cool in the world.
So cool. Yeah, you're hanging out with the Andy Warhol crowd.
Exactly. You're getting like weird art films of you eating hamburgers.
Oh, yes. But before we jump into this thing, we did have a comment last week that I wanted to like go over by my man Derek out there on YouTube about Taylor Swift. And he wrote, Taylor is probably the worst artist. She is a mediocre singer that can't win a teen talent show. Her writing is ABC. However, everybody has opinions. I like it. I like that he backed off at the end. It was like, that's my right, opinion, like, man.
But that's just me. That's just me.
Right.
I like butter in my mouth.
Which kind of, it's funny because it's like, he like called that out. It's my opinion, right? Like on our show when we say something and everyone's like, you're a jerk. I hate you. And right. I'm like, we're just throwing our opinion out there. I mean, we're allowed to have an opinion just like everybody else.
Yeah, but simple does not always equal smart, because sometimes people just know how to hit the right notes at the right time. They know how to hit the right target at the right time in the right way. Just because they may seem simple structurally doesn't mean that they're simple as far as like their intention or what they're meant to convey to somebody.
Right. Well, and I know there's like a lot of songs out there where they like, I don't know, like that SZA song that we listened to. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. blood on her shirt. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Stress and perfection, let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate, damn.
I mean, it's some people probably like that song because it's like, they can figure it out. It's too much for me to figure out, right?
It's also a difference between people who listen to lyrics more than they listen to the melodies, because I've always been the person who will listen to a song for months and months and have absolutely no idea what the hell the lyrics even were in the first place.
Right.
Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
I mean, I do that on some songs. Taylor Swift songs, I'm not like that, right? Okay. And I listen to the lyrics in the Taylor Swift song. And I mean, they are simple, but like we said in the show, I find them relatable, and that's why I like them. Mm-hmm. And not relatable in the sense of the song where, I wear t-shirts, she wears short skirts.
She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts, she's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers.
Like, obviously, I don't wear short skirts or whatever, but I mean, the idea is there that,
exactly,
there's somebody else who is perceived to be better than you, and, something like that. So.
Right. And again, it's like, just because it's simple, because the lyrics are simple or because the music is simple, like it's structured in a way that makes sense for what the intention is. Like the art is how it's put together and why, and it's coming across incredibly well. And not to take the commentary down or anything, but Yes. Technically, yes, I agree with everything he said, but I don't think that that's any reason to. I mean, I still think the song is good. I still think that she's really great at what she does. And
Right.
I don't know. I mean, we have different opinions about Weeknd
Right.
coming up, but
we got our opinions. He has his opinion,
Yeah.
and it's, I mean, he said the same. He said what he said. We agree with he said, but we like what she does.
Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, it's just what you like, So, speaking of what you like, did you like The Weeknd? Did you like Die For You?
I like The Weeknd. I did not like this song as much as other songs by The Weeknd.
Oh, all right. I have strong opinions about this song.
Oh, really? Okay.
I love this song. This song was great.
That's awesome.
I loved it. Out of every song that we've done on this show, other than the Harry Styles song, this is the second best song we've ever done.
In this world, it's just us. It's not the same as it
Wow, really? Canada
Yes.
coming through.
Yeah. So I loved it,
I think that my only hesitation here on not loving it as much as you is because I've heard this album so many times for the past like 7 years or however long it's been out, and it's always
Right.
it's the one track that I'm kind of like it's one of like 3 or 4 that I really don't want to listen to again. Like
Okay.
yeah, I'm way more into like the title track, the Starboy song, and I also like the interlude that he did with Lana Del Rey. Like those are the two things that I really like those. The Daft Punk stuff basically is what I'm really
Yeah.
into.
Well, and the Starboy Daft Punk song really did. I mean, that song was okay. But I like this song better.
See,
So
even on
there
the
we
old
go.
guys,
Opinions. We all got our opinions.
just like elbows, we all got 'em.
We all got them. All right, so let's talk about. Let's get into a little Weekend history.
Yeah, let's. This would be a good reminder of who this person is.
Oh yeah. Well, and as you already told us, he's from Canada, Toronto area. His parents were Ethiopian immigrants, and his dad kind of like bailed on him around the age of 4, and kind of, I mean, he didn't really have a lot of contact with his pop. He like checked in here and there, but he's not resentful about it, So he still thinks his pop's okay, just never really dealt with them.
Got it.
And I mean, I don't know how much, he came up, I don't know, we'll say around 2010. That was kind of his time he came up, did some vines, had his own little thing going. Then he became The Weeknd. Drake kind of helped launch him, kind of discovered him, got him out there.
Really, I didn't know that there was a connection there.
Yeah, they had a little in the beginning. They had a connection. He kind of helped get him out there.
Makes
But
sense.
they had a falling out because Drake, there was something to do with the record label deal, and Drake was going to go one way, but then he decided to like sign with like Warner Brothers or something,
Oh, okay.
with the hope that Weeknd would come along with him, and Weeknd didn't show up. He didn't show up to
Ooh.
the party.
Drama.
So after that, they had a falling out, and the Canadian camaraderie was severed.
You gotta cement that early, man. They hold grudges. They don't at all.
So, but yeah, now he's just been cooking along and making tunes, and won a bunch of awards, and you saw him on the Super Bowl doing this last year's. Yeah, he was the last. No, the year before. It was the year before.
It was the year before, yeah.
This last year was the Dr. Dre year. The year before was the Weeknd year.
I liked his performance when he was walking through the mirrors. Looking for his
I thought it was cool. And so going back to the song, I mean, I initially didn't. I never really listened to The Weeknd. I think I started out. I wanted to like him, and I think I got to him. I got to him definitely before the Starboy album. I was expecting, I remember he was on the cover of Rolling Stone, The Weeknd. I'm like, oh, I'm going to check this guy out. And I was going in thinking it was going to be like one of these like Kings of Leon, like TV on the radio, Cold War Kids, kind of like an indie rock kind of artist.
Sure. Vampire Weekend.
Right, Vampire freaking Weekend. And and then like it wasn't. And it because of my expectations were one thing and then it wasn't, I just was like, oh, this isn't for me, And I never went back.
Well, there you go.
So
see, that makes total sense. Yeah. I listened to a lot of his stuff a lot. I don't remember a lot of the earlier stuff, but the Starboy album I definitely remember. Just by being around it from other people. So it's like, I don't know, this stuff is kind of just like in me. Like this was my own little ecosystem. And I always appreciated him. I think that he's really good and he does put on a good show. I mean, I've seen, I like him. I just wouldn't seek out any of his new stuff, and this track is kind of like indicative of all that. Especially it's just so to me it's very middle of the road. It's I don't know, it's exciting and it builds up a little bit, but it never really gets there for me. Like it doesn't really hit home for me.
No, I mean, I think I like this song because so many of the songs we listen to they don't really seem like songs, especially the R&B type song. Well, yeah, in this one, I mean, yeah, there's definitely, I mean, it just feels like a song, right? There's like a chord structure. I mean, it doesn't, the chords of this song, they don't ever change. They just repeat over and over again. But I mean, with his singing, the other instruments, it's able to bring it up in the choruses. The choruses feel different. He's singing a different melody line, for that "Die for You" part as opposed to the da 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 articulate, but da da do.
I'm finding ways to articulate the feeling I'm going through. I just can't say I don't love you, 'cause I love you.
Banana, like that's different than. Right, I don't know,
Yeah.
So it moves.
It really does, yeah. And again, like I said at the very beginning of the episode, like this guy goes for it. Like everything that you hear in all of his tracks, like he really gives a shit about this stuff. Like he's really giving it his all, and I think that's kind of like what elevates all of it. Because this track, even though it's not my favorite track on the album, it belongs with everything else because of how sophisticated it still sounds and the way that it's arranged and produced, and especially performed. Because I really do like his voice. I have no idea why, but I just do. I just
mean,
think
he's got like a Michael Jackson thing kind of going.
I'd always shake my window, sweet seducing sighs.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. He falls into this group of artists that I think really like Michael Jackson, and they really they're very influenced by him, but not to the point where they're copying Michael Jackson.
Yeah, totally.
So I mean, like I like Bruno Mars. I kind of feel like The Weeknd, Bruno Mars. They're kind of in the same realm, although the music, the singing is similar. The music is not necessarily similar.
Bigger now, our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name.
Yeah, the vibe is completely different, but
yeah, exactly.
Definitely that level of competence, though. Yeah, I totally see that. Bruno Mars, where's he been recently? By the way, I haven't really heard
I don't know, man. So I guess Uptown Funk really.
He went uptown.
Yeah, he went
Funked
uptown, never
out.
came back. So the video. What did you think about the video?
I think it's awesome that they produced a whole new. I don't know if this video was produced recently or if it was produced, way back when the album came out, and they just only released it now. But I think it looks cool. I love that they had the glowy cross from the Starboy video. I thought that was cool. Him floating away at the end is kind of weird. Like, who knows what's going on up there? Is he going to the next
I like
video?
that.
But the whole look of it's cool. I mean, it's very Weeknd. It's very Weeknd. Like,
It's funny because I was kind of let down a little bit in it.
okay.
Because when they went out, and I don't know why I didn't connect all the dots.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Like when the girl goes out to the ET shed. I was really psyched up when she went to the ET shed. I was like, "Oh yeah, ET shed!"
It's gonna be ET with Weeknd's head on it.
Yeah, it's gonna be ET. And then she gets in there and it's that boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't thinking it wasn't gonna be that boy. Obviously, it was gonna be that boy. But when she's I'm like, "Oh, it's just the boy. That's not
Yeah.
ET." I wanted ET to be there. So yeah, I was a little disappointed by that. And then there's the scene where they're in their room, and then the stars start to move. They start to wiggle.
Oh yeah.
And when I saw that part, I was the initial wiggle of the stars, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." But then when the stars flew around him, I'm like, that wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be, man.
Well, it could have been a Owl City Fireflies video. I kind of had a little bit of a hint of that in there, but
and another thing I noticed is in this realm that Starboy lives in, they only drink original cola, but they so that's the best drink that they could get on that in that realm. But I mean, if you want to play a video game, it's going to be an Xbox. And if you got a little thing that shoots up light in your room, that's an LG for sure.
Jeez.
But original cola, baby. Original cola all the way.
well, again, this whole thing. I mean, all of this is pop, so we have to put some products in there.
Got to get those products
I mean,
in there.
you just have to. I don't know. It's like every Lady Gaga video with Polaroid and Virgin Mobile.
You think they were hey, Weeknd, LG and Xbox, they want to give us some money. And he's like, I don't have any songs right now. They're like, just grab a song from 6 years ago. Make the video. We'll get some money out of it.
I wouldn't be...
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to make a die for you joke. I don't know. Die for you. Original cola. I would die for you.
It's better than always Coca-Cola.
It's funny because that kid, he's kind of a jerk. I mean,
Wait,
he's
how? Why?
I mean, the girl brings him into his room. The parents come in. They're like, who the hell's this kid? I've never seen. Get away from him. And he's like, kill parents.
Yeah.
And then, he's just he's just kind of killing everybody. So we turn it up, turn it down, turn it off.
This one I'm turning down.
I'm turning up,
it.
baby.
There you go. See,
Turn it
opinions. We all have them.
We got them. Got opinions. Although, I did, stumble upon another Weeknd song that
which
was
one?
called, Save Your Tears. Do you know that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, man. Listen to that one. That one's awesome. That is awesome. That one beats this one. That one's newer. Or I don't know if it's newer, but the video
Well,
came out about the
exactly.
same time as this one.
Oh,
The
talk
video
about
was pretty
music.
cool too. But yeah, so I'm turning it up. We got to turn it up this week for me. And what are we doing next week, Jam?
Well, next week is where we're diving deep. We're diving deep into the holiday season because it is time for the old guys' holiday spooktacular. We will be talking about Mariah, George, Bing, All the hits. It's going to
All the
be
hits.
it's going to be an epic episode, and you're not going to want to miss it. We're going to put it out everywhere.
It's going to be the most recent music because it's on
Mm-hmm.
the Billboard. If it's on the Billboard, you know it's got to be current.
You know it.
And so, don't forget, smash that subscribe button.
Smash your head against the damn keyboard.
Yeah, just put your mouse right there and just bam, straight in, boom. Or you could write us at ChrisOldGuysNewMusic.com, JamesOldGuysNewMusic.com, or write us a nasty comment
guys,
and call us names.
talk about
We
new
love
music.
it.
Just
Trying not to
Call us a
lose it.
Just call us,
Alcohol and booze
darling.
it.
I'm a guy for you.
Old guys talk about new music.